So I'm currently stealth camping at one of my favorite gyms to stealth camp at. If you guys haven't watched my video on places to sleep in the car, then I would highly suggest that you guys watch that video before watching this video. The reason why I'm talking so quietly is because I do have my sunroof open and I don't want to risk anybody hearing me. Although they can probably see this bright light, okay, I am risking it all to make this video for you guys because I have a story to tell that some of you may be able to learn from. So, like I said earlier in this video, as well as in my best places to sleep when you're living in the car video, I like to sleep in front of gyms, 24-hour gyms, Planet Fitnesses in particular, because I have a membership. So if nothing else, I'm at least a paying customer. So that would disincentivize them from kicking me out, especially since I'm very low profile. And I didn't realize just how low profile I was until about a few nights ago when I was stealth camping. And at this particular location, this is not the same location that I'm at right now, but at this particular location that I was at that night, I was sitting in my car and I was eating. Matter of fact, no, I was cleaning my dishes. And I'm going to show you guys what I eat in a day pretty soon, but that's besides the point, man. I was cleaning my dishes and this was around 10 o'clock at night, 10, maybe 11 at night. I was sitting there in the dark. I never have the lights on in my car because that draws too much attention. And I also like to keep my headlights off, all of that. And I think the car was even off. So not drawing any attention to myself whatsoever. At this particular location, however, this is the location where I could be the least cognizant of how stealthy I am, because there are multiple people who are very clearly car camping pretty much every time I'm there. Okay, I'm always one of the most inconspicuous people there in terms of the people who sleep overnight there. And the reason why I say that is because, like I said, I usually feel very comfortable with what I'm doing and I can kind of let my guard down, although I still maintain the same process anywhere I go, whether I'm in this parking lot or that parking lot or the other parking lot that I go to or anywhere else in between. I always maintain the same process and it always works. Now, like I said, there are a lot of other people who do the same exact thing that I do in front of that parking lot, in front of that particular gym, that Planet Fitness. Except that a lot of those people are either van dwellers or maybe they're not necessarily doing this by choice, so they may not have the same resources to stealth camp in the way that I have. So sometimes they may, instead of using window covers, they might have t-shirts in their windows and things like that, reflectics. It's very easy to tell that these people are clearly living in their cars. It's very, very, very easy to tell. Now, like I said, this hasn't really been a problem previous nights, okay? They never really seemed to care that these people were sleeping in the car. But on this particular night, like I said earlier, it was about 10 p.m., 10 or 11 p.m. I was cleaning my dishes and a security guard walked in front of my car. Now, mind you, first of all, I always park forward. I always park forward and I always try to park in front of the curb. I know this is counterintuitive to what a lot of people will tell you as far as car camping goes. A lot of people will tell you to park underneath the light, park backwards so that you can make a quick escape if you need to. Look, me personally, I feel like if you need to make a quick escape, if that's what you're thinking about, you're not parking in the right spot. You shouldn't be concerned for your safety wherever you're parking. Okay, that's just my personal opinion. I feel like if that's what you're thinking about, first of all, you're not going to get any type of good sleep. You damn near might as well just stay up all night and just sleep during the day if you're thinking like that. But also, you're just not parking in the right spots, okay? Because I'm never concerned for my safety. I'm more so concerned about getting kicked out of the spot. Now, like I said, I always park facing the curb and I always try to take care to never park with a light in front of me, because you guys have seen my car tour and how it looks when I'm stealth camping, okay? I mean, right now I'm filming this video and I need this flashlight in order for you guys to see me, so you know it is pitch black in here. But my weak spot is my windshield. My windshield, to my knowledge, has pretty much no tint at all. And even though I have black curtains up, you can still see a gap above the black curtains if you shine a light into the car. If you shine a light at any of these windows, you won't be able to see in at all because they're black window covers. But if you shine a light through the windshield and you look hard enough, you can see the curtain. So on this particular night, I was just sitting there cleaning my dishes and the security guard walks in front of me. Now, first of all, I had heard him talking through my sunroof. My sunroof was already open because it was late and I was getting ready to go to bed. But I heard him talking, but I didn't know it was a security guard because they never had a security guard there at night. Any night that I've been there, the security guard always comes in the morning and he never cares. He doesn't even look at the cars. He just walks. He just literally walks a lap around the lot. I damn near considered taking a position as a security guard because the job looks so damn easy. Okay, it looks so damn easy. He literally just makes a lap and doesn't do anything. But this particular security guard, he was on the phone with somebody. He was just ranting. Okay, I heard him ranting and he passed behind my car the first time. Like I said, I didn't know it was a security guard because I didn't see him. I only heard him. So the second time, I'm sitting in the front. I wash my dishes in the front of the car because the back of the car is kind of a confined space. And he walks on the curb. He's walking on the curb and he walks right in front of my car. When I tell you guys, I have never in my life frozen up like I did in that exact moment. Okay, I froze the fuck up. And I instantly knew he was a security guard because he was wearing a security guard type of outfit. And he was just walking on the curb and he would walk, take a few steps, and he would stop. Now, mind you, there were no cars next to me. There were at least a few empty spaces on either side of me. That's not something I intentionally do. It just so happened to be that way that night. So anyways, he's walking on the curb and he stops and I'm thinking he's about to turn around. I'm not trying to make any noise, so I'm just sitting still, completely still. And he stops and then he keeps walking forward and then he stops and he keeps walking forward. And I think he's only stopping because you know how when you're talking on the phone and you want to make a really, really strong point, so you just stop walking so you can focus on the conversation. I think that's what he was doing. Nevertheless, it spooked the fuck out of me because he was walking on the curb. So this guy was on a different wavelength than the other security guards. And I don't really know why or how that happened. I don't know why they just decided to have a security guard out at night that particular night. It was a Friday night. Don't know what that was all about. But as soon as he passed by the next car over, I dove into the back seat. I'm talking about Olympic Michael Phelps dive, bro. I dove into the back seat in one swift, majestic motion, bro. It was absolutely, utterly phenomenal, sensational. I wish that I had recorded it, bro. I dove into the back with one motion, and that is precisely where I stayed for the rest of the night. Now, like I said earlier, in that particular lot, there are a lot of people who are very clearly car dwellers or van dwellers. There's a lot of vans there as well. I'm talking old beat up vans. You can just tell. You can tell when people have their reflectix in their windows, you can tell. Okay, and in some cars, you can just see the people sleeping. I'm like, damn, these people are bold. Those people are different, bro. That's not me. I'm not cut like that. But when I woke up that next morning, all of them were gone. They were all gone from the parking lot. It was all just regular civilians, pedestrians, just cars that were empty. Or maybe there were a few other very inconspicuous cars to which I couldn't tell were even car camping. But the vans, all of that, they were all gone. And it wasn't super late in the morning. This is 8:30 in the morning, give or take. So it kind of spooked the hell out of me because I'm realizing that he probably kicked all of those people out because he was extra'd out. He was walking up on the curb. I mean, he was doing his job. You know, it's not his fault. I'm not just going to put that on him. He was just doing his job. But I was doing my job too. And I think I did a pretty good job because when I woke up, there were no tickets on my window. I didn't hear a knock. Maybe he did try to knock on my window and I just slept through it. But from what I recall, I think I do remember waking up in the middle of the night and hearing conversation outside of my car. And I think I remember hearing, "Hey, sir." So I don't know if he was talking to one of the other car dwellers or a van dweller or what. But bro, I just know that that night I realized that I truly am built different and that my setup is pretty much elite status, bro. It's elite. Because first of all, for him to walk right past my car and not even look inside, that lets me know that the outside of my car is already inconspicuous as it is. And part of that is because I drive a 2017 Mazda CX-5, which is literally probably the most common car on the road that there is. But aside from that, even if he did look in the car, he wouldn't have been able to see me. And that's a very big thing. That's very important because it can save you a lot of trouble and a lot of money, especially in a place like Los Angeles, where in a lot of these areas, sleeping in a car between, I think, 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. is illegal, and you can get cited for it. You can get a ticket for it. If they can't see you sleeping, they can't prove that you're sleeping, so you have to admit to sleeping. They won't ever know that I'm sleeping in the car. As a matter of fact, just in case any of them are watching this, I don't sleep in the car. I'm nocturnal. I don't sleep in the car, man. I'm nocturnal, but I just know that that night right there, for one, I was humbled in the sense that I realized shit is not always sweet. You can never get too comfortable. Like I said earlier, that was the spot where I was always the most comfortable because it didn't really seem like they really cared about people sleeping in cars outside of their location. But at the same time, my confidence went from here to here because now I know that my setup is legit.